during this period. This is a period where, you know, you found these fish all summer long, schooling on your ledges, your points, your channel swings, your transition zones, different stuff like that. You may have some fish in the creeks that, you know, you found consistently and, you know, just caught a bunch of these fish during the summer, and then you go the next day and you can't really find them. Now, when this typically happens, I want you to understand that these fish are not very far from where they typically are. Now, this can be a struggle for you if you're fishing a new lake or something like that. You know, maybe you've picked up on some stuff during the summer, you went a couple times, and you know, you've kind of figured out a little pattern, but nothing too crazy, and then you go and then the bite gets really tough. But like I said, one thing you can guarantee, or one thing I can guarantee, is that the fish are not very far. So they're not going to move 10, 15, 20 miles away from where they are. They're typically going to be within, you know, that I would say 800 yards at the max, most of the time 300 to 400 yards in the area. Now, sometimes they will start scattering in the fall, and that's typically when the turnover starts to happen, okay? The turnover doesn't completely finish until the water temperature completely reaches that 50-degree mark, and then it expands.